I'm Shannon with Washington Youth Soccer. We're here today with Cameron Hepple, all the way from Nassau, Bahamas. Cameron, it's good to have you here. Can you tell us a little bit about why you're here at Washington Youth Soccer?
Yeah, I just signed my first professional contract with the Kitsap Pumas, the PDL team here, and signed for 2 years, and our season starts May 1st, so I'm looking forward to it.
That's great. And we heard you have a relationship with our new technical director, Gary White. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. I knew Gary basically all my life from when I first started playing soccer in the Bahamas. He came there and set up a whole youth system there called the Center of Excellence, and I basically moved through the ranks of that. I went from being an 8-year-old kid to being a 15-year-old kid playing in the World Cup qualifier game against Dominica, and he was a coach then too, and also he was the coach of the under-23s, under-17, so he's been a big impact in my life.
Mm-hmm. Are there any programs here that excite you about being here at Washington Youth Soccer?
Yeah, he's told me about the long-term player development program. It's kind of like the same thing he set up back home, I guess, moving up the ranks. But it's a good system here because you have a professional team to look up to. And like the Seattle Sounders, and like they have a good ranking of going through the youth system and ODP and things like that. So, I mean, if I was a kid, I would love to play for that.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of role models, who were your soccer role models growing up?
Well, growing up, my father was a huge Newcastle supporter. So Alan Shearer was the player that I heard about all the time. Also, growing up is Ronaldinho, Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, players like that I look up to. So, you know, the creative edge.
Mm-hmm. So, Cameron, obviously you've had a lot of success at such a young age. Is there any advice you can give to any of our younger members out there on how they might achieve the same goals?
Yeah, sure. Just don't stop trying, you know. Just keep shooting for your goals, your dreams. No one can tell you that you're wrong. Just if you feel you can do it, you can do it. You know, like growing up, I always wanted to go as high as I can go, and right now, like, I'm in the middle of my process stage. Like, I went to college, I played for the national team, and now this is just a new beginning, a new opportunity that I need, and my first step right now is playing for Kitsap. So right now, I'm just going to focus on Kitsap and do what I need to go there, and the world is my ocean. I can do whatever I feel I need to do.
What would you say your ultimate goal is? Where do you want to be?
I guess I just want to be the best player I can be. I'm still learning, I'm still developing, and I just look forward to the opportunity that's given me now. There's so many opportunities like Sounders and MLS and EPL. There's so many teams out there. You never know what to expect. So right now, I just live for right now, and Kitsap's my dream and my goal right now.
Sure. Well, we will look forward to watching you progress. Cameron, we heard you're a recent graduate. Can you tell us a little bit about school, where you went, and what you did there?
Sure. I went to Bowling Green State University. I got on a full scholarship. You know, it was a great experience. It was a lot different than what I was used to in the middle of Ohio, you know, and the weather was a huge shocker for me. But, you know, I overcame it, and I got better as the years gone by, and it was a great experience for me.
So you would say the importance of school obviously played a huge impact on where you're at now?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel that it changed me as a person, you know, like balancing school and football at the same time it was a great experience for me. It was a lot of growing up process.
Sure. I'm Shannon with Washington Youth Soccer. Today we're here with Technical Director Gary White. Gary, are you excited to have our new international player Cameron Hepple here?
Absolutely. I mean, Cameron is, I've known Cameron since he was about 9 years old in the Bahamas, and Cameron worked his way up through the youth programs and played for me at the international level at the FIFA World Cup qualifications and also in the Olympic Games. So he's a player with so much potential, and I think he's going to have a wonderful time in this area.
And how would you say the coaching out in the Bahamas is kind of like what we're doing here at Washington Youth Soccer?
It's a lot sunnier in the Bahamas. Other than the weather, there's a lot of similarities. You've got the program now in the Bahamas. You have a national team, which is the top end of the game, so kids can actually get on a pathway from as young as 5 all the way up to represent their country. Here in Seattle and in Washington, we're lucky enough to have the Sounders as the top end of the game, and Washington Youth Soccer are working very hard on a long-term player development program and pathways that will allow players to matriculate all the way through the system and one day hopefully go to college and represent the Sounders and maybe the national team.
Great.